The next preposition we will study is the preposition toward. The preposition toward reveals the orientation that the subject pursues. The speaker applies the preposition toward to signify that the subject of the preposition orients the object of the preposition as the purpose at a point in time when the subject exists. The speaker reveals the premise that the object of the preposition is the purpose that the subject of the preposition aims at. However, the speaker does not agree that the object of the preposition is the righteous purpose and states the clause. This explanation is about the difference between the preposition to and the preposition toward. In this explanation, we focus on the object of the preposition toward. This explanation explains that the perspective of the speaker on the object is reflected on the object of the preposition toward. The speaker does not connote that the object of the preposition is the front side. There is a clause, the people run toward the sea. The speaker applies the preposition toward to signify the relationship that the subject, the people, are heading to the object, the sea, of the preposition. The object, the sea, of the preposition reveals the premise of the speaker that the object, the sea, is not the front side. There is the next preposition we will study is the next preposition we will study is the preposition into. The speaker applies the preposition into to signify that the subject of the preposition orients the object of the preposition according to the definition of the preposition to indicate a point in time or a place and has the purpose to enter the point in time or the place according to the definition of the preposition in. We can understand the definition of the preposition into originates from the combination of the two prepositions in and to. The first clause is this. The student go into the classroom. The speaker signifies that the subject, the student, of the preposition orient the place, the classroom, and purpose to enter the place, the classroom, indicated by the object, the classroom, of the preposition into. So the speaker signifies the relationship that the subject, the student, consider the object, the classroom, of the preposition as the destination with the preposition into. There is the second clause. The scholars are into the attractions of the subject. In this clause, the preposition into is applied in the metaphysical way. When we immerse into a subject, we can say that we are into the subject. The speaker applies the preposition into to signify the relationship that the subject, the scholars, orient and purpose to reach the object, the attractions of the subject, that do not have the physical existence, but whose definition and unit are defined. The next preposition we will study is the preposition for. The speaker applies the preposition for to signify the relationship between the subject of the preposition and the object of the preposition. That is the purpose of the preposition. There is the purpose of the subject at the point in time included in the period when the subject of the preposition exists. The definition of the prepositions to and for are the same, but the information about time is differentiated. The preposition to differentiates the to time when the subject of the preposition exists according to the point in time revealed by the verb revealing the tense of the clause. The object of the preposition to is indicated as a purpose to be actualized later than the point in time when the subject exists. The definition of the preposition for integrates the to point in time. The subject of the preposition for exists at the point in time revealed by the form of the verb in the clause. And the purpose of the subject that is indicated by the object of the preposition for is described to exist included in the period when the subject of the preposition for exists. So we can understand that the subject already actualizes the purpose indicated by the object. There is a clause, I found a wallet for getting a key. The speaker applies the preposition for to signify the relationship with the object getting a key. That is the purpose of the existence that the subject of the preposition for a wallet reveals. Of the preposition for that reveals what is the purpose of the subject, a wallet, to exist during the period when the subject a wallet exists. The speaker focuses on the usage of a wallet as the subject. The speaker describes the purpose of the existence for the subject, a wallet, as the lasting action indicated by the gerund getting. At the same time, when the subject a wallet exists. The point in the past when the period indicated by the gerund getting to reveal the purpose of the subject to exist is simplified in is the point when the subject a wallet of the preposition got the definition of the transitive verb found from the speaker as the subject of the clause. This explanation focuses on the description by the transitive verb found because the period that the definition of the preposition for lasts is simplified as a reverse explanation for the point in time specified into a period. There is the second clause. I have pursued this for 20 years. we can understand that this clause is stated in the present perfect tense. And there is the preposition for, whose subject is indicated by the indicative pronoun this. The subject indicated by the indicative pronoun this exists during a period when the experience of the subject, who is the speaker, lasts. And the preposition for describes the subject of the preposition for this with revealing the purpose. The object of the preposition for 20 years describe the subject, the purpose of the subject has accomplished. During the same period revealed by the experience of the speaker as the subject in this clause. The speaker applies the preposition for to signify the relationship, that the period for the subject that proposes to exist is the object 20 years of the preposition. The object 20 years reveal the purpose of the subject indicated by the pronoun this as the concurrent information. And according to the formation of the clause, we can understand that the proposed period indicated by the object of the preposition for is the same as the period when the experience of the speaker lasts. The speaker as the subject declares the completion of the experience, that the speaker conveys the condition indicated by the transitive verb pursue to the object this of the transitive verb pursue at the present. The object this of the transitive verb pursue proposes to exist during the period that the object 20 years of the preposition for indicate. So the fact that the experience of the speaker lasts for the period indicated by the object 20 years of the preposition for is clarified. We can understand the definition, we can understand the period when the experience of the speaker lasts is clarified by the definition of the preposition for that reveals the concurrent purpose of the subject of the preposition this.